When looking at certain patterns in film, you'll find that there seem to be two types of actors in the entertainment industry. There are the character actors, who are most often seen in supporting roles. They have the ability to mold themselves so completely into their characters that you forget about the actor behind the role, like Gary Oldman or Philip Seymour Hoffman. Then there are the actors on the other end of the spectrum, whom you often see in leading roles. These are the performers who need to be recognizable to viewers no matter what, since oftentimes, the entire movie is sold on the basis of their names and star power. A-listers like Leonardo DiCaprio, Hugh Jackman, and Brad Pitt belong to this list. While lead actors can and do often win praise for their performances, they can also sometimes fall into a rut of having the same easily identifiable mannerisms or character types in their movies. Brad Pitt is always hungry. If you are as distractingly handsome a man as Brad Pitt, it can be difficult to get audiences to pay attention to your acting skills instead of your looks. Pitt has been fighting this uphill battle throughout his entire career, and he has somewhat succeeded by taking the focus off his cheekbones and jawline and instead using these sharp, angular features to always eat something. Whether Pitt is enjoying beef stew in The Assassination of Jesse James, digging into some pot roast in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or licking peanut butter off a spoon in Meet Joe Black, the actor often looks like he forgot to eat before the director yelled action, and is now trying to make up for it right in the middle of the scene. Kristen Stewart keeps gasping for breath. Kristen Stewart is a prime example of a somewhat unknown actress who went from middling roles in indie projects to becoming the face of the super successful Twilight series as Bella Swan. The young actress was suddenly in the critical glare of the spotlight, which meant that all of her habits and mannerisms were examined carefully. Audiences notice that Stewart tends to bring the same awkward persona to many of her roles, which can make these different characters appear the same. Her habits include gasping or sighing in the middle of a scene, nervously running her hand through her hair, and opening and closing her mouth for no reason. However, Stewart seems to have broken some of these habits once she moved on from Twilight and started taking on more complex roles. Tom Cruise will find a reason to run the age of leading action movie stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jackie Chan, and Bruce Lee seems to have largely passed. Nowadays, any actor can be an action star with the help of CGI and a superhero suit. However, one old-school action star who refuses to slow down or stop doing death-defying stunts is Tom Cruise. The Tom Cruise running scene has become an enduring part of his movies. The actor's running stance has been copied and parodied countless times, and the superstar himself seems to be aware of the weight of expectations when it comes to running in his movies. So much so that Annabelle Wallis, one of Cruise's co-stars, told The Hollywood Reporter that the actor doesn't like to have other people run in his movies if they can't keep up with him. In fact, he finally agreed to let her run alongside him in 2017's